Welcome back. If you are hearing this, you are listening to Wishful Thinking by Dan Leibowitz, which means it's another bullet journal video. No, it's not. Well, does it count if it's in my bullet journal? Maybe. So we're going to do something a little bit differently this month because I didn't actually do a bullet journal thing. I kind of just went hog wild on a illustration cover or illustrated cover for my March. And there's a little bit of bullet journaling at the end. Just a little bit. Yeah. Well, let's talk about what's going on. So for this one, I just for March, or the beginning of March, I actually did film this about a couple of days prior to March 1st. However, I thought that maybe I could add some stuff to the actual video that was more bullet journal related, but I had 3 hours of video of me just drawing this picture. And by the time I got done with it, I had a lot of things to kind of come to terms with as far as this particular bullet journal and this particular first couple of months of the year of our Lord 2020. And I spent a lot of just time reflecting on what I actually want out of this particular bullet journal, what I want on this channel, just things that I want to do. And as I was, one of the things that I really wanted was to kind of just get out a lot of emotions that I had been feeling in February, and they came out in kind of a sad picture. I know this music is super happy, but I have a lot of feelings about February, and now February is over, and I still kind of have those feelings, but I don't care anymore. And I didn't touch my bullet journal at all in February. One of the biggest things that had happened was that I just completely decided to leave it at home. I didn't take it with me to work. It never left my apartment. And one of the biggest reasons of that one of the biggest reasons for that is that it is an 8x8 journal. So it's massive, it's huge, it's not practical for my purposes. However, I did want to try it as a bullet journal and see if it would work, and it very quickly did not work. Another big reason for that is just because I put so much work into January, I put so much work into February and making them all look beautiful. I created a whole character to kind of showcase this, or to be the mascot of this journal, and I gave her a life, I gave her breath. I mean, she's gorgeous. I love her. I love the character design. I love her costume. I love drawing her. But in putting so much effort into it, it feels like I can't use it as a bullet journal, because a lot of the stuff that I do with my bullet journal is I do things just kind of on a whim. And I had a lot of freedom doing that with previous bullet journals, because like I don't have to make everything look pretty. But with this particular journal and the amount of effort that I put into past spreads, I feel like I have to put that effort into every single thing that I do in this journal. And that is not practical for my day-to-day uses. And that sucks because I still have quite a bit of this journal left to go. So I feel like if I'm going to continue in this journal, I can't use it as a bullet journal, and I'm going to have to start a new bullet journal and use this for something else. The way that this is going, it's probably just gonna be a journal dedicated to Luna Moth, because that's the majority of the stuff in here that I'm proud of, is all of the artwork that I've done for Luna Moth. And yeah, so yeah, from here on out, I'm starting in April, I'm gonna switch over to a new journal, and every time that I want to draw Luna Moth, I'm gonna go back to this one. A little more on why I drew such a sad looking Luna Moth is because my February was a little bit sad, and I just did not want to deal with it anymore. So I drew a sad looking Luna Moth to kind of showcase, or showcase is it's the wrong word for that, to show just February's done. We're done with February. We're into March. It is now March 8th as me recording the voiceover for this. And I'm done with February. And I want to be done with March. And I want to be done with April, and I kind of want to be done with this year. Yeah. So Luna Moth is showing you how I felt about my February. I actually did want to do a full page illustration for my title page for March. However, when I thought about it, it's like I kind of wanted to do a self-portrait. However, I felt like that would make it too sad. I wanted to get all my sad out in one go, and it's like, if I do a self-portrait, that just kind of, I don't know. I don't. So I went with Luna Moth instead, just because, I mean, she is pretty much the poster child for this journal, and she does have an entire story that I've created because that's what I do. I am a character designer. I design characters and I come up with stories for them. That's pretty much all that I do. And in doing so, I decided, you know what? I'm gonna draw her again. And I did. But I drew her sad because I was feeling sad. But one thing that is really awesome about me drawing a sad picture of a sad character while I'm feeling sad is that I did it. Because usually when I'm sad, I don't do anything. I don't create, I don't draw, I don't write, I don't do anything. And I did something. And I think that's really cool that I have this, that I have, even though it's just like while I was doing this, I didn't feel good like about myself, about my situation, about stuff that's been going on in my life, but this makes me feel good knowing that I did something. Oh yeah, that thing about the bullet journal, about how this is a bullet journal video. The bullet journal. Thanks for watching.